Hey, good day guys. We are out here on Lake Taupo on a beautiful, clear, still winter's day. We're out here with the guys from Trev Marine, and we are having a go at jigging for trout today, which is a really cool, easy, and relatively cheap way to be fishing for these fish. And you know what? Even if you've been fishing your whole life, it's still a really cool thing to come out here and do. All jigging is basically you're fishing 2 to 3 trout flies and a sinker, which is going to get your flies right down to the bottom of the lake where they need to be, and you get to fish 2 to 3 flies on a leader spaced out above that lake bed and keep them in the strike zone for as long as possible, and you just drift along and they pretty much fish themselves. The leaders and the flies that I'm using here, these are commercially made up ones. You can do your own ones, but it's pretty easy just to buy them pre-tied and ready to go. And you can get these at pretty much any tackle shop you can find in New Zealand, and they're pretty much ready to go straight out the packet. Because the tackle's so lightweight and you are in absolute contact with your flies and the weight at the end of the line, you're not carrying around a big heavy lead line and you're not fishing really heavy tackle, so what you get is really good sport. The average fish you're going to catch probably is going to be between 2 to 4 pounds here, and on this kind of light gear it's really good fun. So the way we're going to fish this is we're going to look for drop-offs, and that's basically where you get the lake bed then goes from deep to shallow or shallow to deep, and you find basically a drop-off on a shelf. And it's really handy if you do have a depth sounder on your boat, because that helps you really find these without too much messing around. But what you really want to do, if you can, is you want to basically drop your flies down into the deep part, and then you want to use the wind to drift up the drop off into the shallower water, and what you're trying to do is just basically bounce the sinker up the drop off all the way, and that's going to cruise your flies up that drop off, and when you come through where you think where the fish are hanging out, hopefully they see your flies and then you're into some fun. If you're not finding fish, if you're getting good drifts and you're covering a good range of depths and you're not finding fish, you've changed your flies and you're still not getting hits, it's just keep moving and finding the fish rather than just hammering one spot after another. You can often find that if you just move around a little bit and go on a bit of a hunt, eventually you'll come across them and then you can hang out there and catch fish. All right, so we've got our sinker, we have our 3 flies. We're sitting in about 45 meters of water right now, and we're going to slowly drift inwards to about 15-16 meters of water. So we're going to drift up that drop off. Okay. So now we've hit the bottom. I'm just going to click that bail arm back over, and I'm just going to tighten up to that sinker. Yep, fish. Oh, I'll just catch a fish. All right, so that always happens. So we had those flies down maybe 30 seconds. And we were just twitching them along the bottom a little bit there, just giving them a little bit of life, and bang! So he goes under the boat. Just gonna keep him away from stuff. He wants under the boat. There we go. And that's a cool little fish on that top fly. Nicely done, son. Sweet. So if you fancy getting out here and giving this a go, you can do this all year round. Summer's good, winter's good. There's always fish in the lake and they're always happy to eat. So get down to the local tackle shop, get yourself kitted up with some of this stuff. Go and see the boys at Trev Marine. They know what they're doing and they can point you into the right local spots to get started, and get out there and have a blast.
G'day, I'm Brock from Trev Marine in Taupo. Today we've been out jigging on the lake with Alex, so we've come out on this beautiful Haynes Hunter SP 725 and we've had a great day. Well, you might think a boat like this is an overkill for the lake. It's really not. The lake here can chop up very quickly. It's renowned for its hard chop, so there's nothing that'll beat a Haines Hunter ride here, especially coupled with the 300 Yamaha V6. You generally do get a chop, and it is important for trimming your boat. So with a hardtop boat, we generally have trim tabs on them as well. So not only are you trimming your engine to get the optimum angle and ride for the boat, we can actually level the boat with the trim tabs. Simply to balance the boat to trim it correctly, you're starting with your outboard to get the boat trimmed right, is where it's nice and neutrally balanced. So the steering actually becomes light in both directions. It's not heavy in one way or the other. And trimming of your trim tabs is when the boat's actually sitting nice and horizontal, and you're not feeling like you're on a lean. So we're very lucky here in Taupo to be partnered with Haines Hunter and Yamaha, and we've had a very long standing relationship with both of them. Well, it is one of New Zealand's best built boats, coupled by one of the world's leading outboards. I don't understand why you'd be sitting in Auckland stuck in traffic when you could live in a place like this.